Hey guys, it's me, EODGamerz here. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you everything that you need to know about affinities in Path of Exile 2. This will save you a ton of time once you get it right. It's a bit confusing to some of them, but let me give you a very simple explanation. Think of affinities as tagging on certain stash tabs. So a stash tab like this, a generic stash tab, you can pretty much put anything inside as you want. You can put in uniques, you can put in whatever not, be it what it may, but more importantly than not, if you are wanting to have only a certain stash tab for a certain item. So let's say you have like 10 stash tabs and you want them to automatically allocate. You can right click, for example, currencies, essence, whatever not. This will mean that that stash tab will only be allocated for that particular instance of item that you're looking for. Very confusing tagging. Let me show you an example which simplifies the understanding tremendously. So for example, I have stash tabs right here. After you have allocated a certain affinity to them, you go into the respective ones, you will notice on the right hand side of their name, you will have this affinity logo as well. This tells you that an affinity has been allocated to their particular respective stash tab. So socketables, I can tick it on to allocate socketables. Nothing else can be allocated for this particular stash tab. So once I have all of them, like sockets, deliriums, rituals, all are allocated to their respective ones. This is where the magic happens. So if I go out in my own farming process, you have tons of junk, right, lying around, and you want to quickly allocate all of them rather than manually going into each stash tab to allocate essences and stuff like that. So what I'll do is I'll just click simply essences. You can see it automatically jumps to the page. It helps me even filter. I don't even have to do it in order. For example, if I'm doing runes, I can jump in between both of them as well. So runes, 1, 2, and now I can jump. For example, I changed my mind. I want to do some deliriums here. You notice that it automatically allocates in the respective stash tabs. I don't even have to do anything about it. It automatically allocates. I can jump back to runes here. I can jump to waystones. I don't really have to go in any particular order. I can dump it into, for example, the unique stash tab over here. And it's really, really wonderful. It saves you tons of time, especially if you have your certain items all decked out as well, all the different affinities. This will save you tons of time, potions as well, skill gems, and etc, etc. I know not all of you have a guild stash tab as comprehensive as the ones that we have, that I built for my guild members as well, but you can easily do this for your own self. If you have a couple of stash tabs available, you can come in, just go on top. For example, you want to do a similar logic, you can take on gems, you can go to another stash tab, for example, right click, you can take socketables, for example, then everything else that is properly allocated will be allocated into that particular stash tab as well. Now, very importantly, some of you may be wondering and have a little bit of frustration, how do you exactly override a stash tab function? So for example, if I had this like super valuable dextro erasure here, which is like multiple divines, and I don't want to put it perhaps, I want to keep it for my own use. I don't want to like dump it in here, which is a shared stash tab because of the affinities. The way that you can override this is by going into the tab of your choice, left clicking it and manually placing and overriding the affinity. So if you just like control click the item, or if you're on PlayStation or console, it might be a different button as well. The way to override it is just manually click the item, dragging it in. This will save you a ton of time. How you override it, it allows you a lot of control as well, and it will definitely save you a lot of time. If you learn something new, it might save you time as well. Like, comment, and subscribe for more of such future content. If you are wondering which is the priority stash tabs to get first for the best value for your buck, some of them are not really worth it, check out the other videos on our channel, which I think you might like as well. I do regret buying some stash tabs, but that's of course for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.